Hi guys. So it's funny. I feel like today is a day when I'm kind of focusing on, I don't want to say timeline readings, but it's like time to, I don't want to say refocus, but it feels like there's a sense of urgency, and I want to confirm some things that I've been seeing a lot. So instead of doing separate readings for each person, I want to ask about the whole group. So the group that I'm asking about now is the Republicans, okay? Because I've seen on several different types of readings that I've done on different questions about different people that it looks like many Republicans will be, the ones I saw will be hit by the end of September. I'm sorry, the end of August. And I remember the recent one. What was the one about? I forgot. It was like something that I saw. I had this vision that, oh, it was about Kavanaugh's confirmation. And within that video, I saw Mitch McConnell being awakened in the middle of the night. I think it was between us. Eventually, I looked up the date, and it's Saturday, between Saturday and Sunday, that Mitch McConnell was awakened, and all these Republicans were indicted or taken, not taken, there were FBI raids or something like that. Okay, so that was the week, was before. I forgot exactly the date. So, and I've seen this happen many times. Okay, many times, and I just did a reading that I don't think I made public on YouTube about Michael Cohen and who falls with him. Also, these people fall. So I don't have time to ask about every single person, okay, but it seems very consistent that it would happen then. So this is what I did. I did a reading on this issue. Okay, are the Republicans going to fall by the end of August? Because what I saw in this reading, okay, that I did about Michael Cohen falling, and the reading I did, this is probably why I never put it on YouTube, because I did this reading before Michael Cohen's plea agreement came out. Because I had done this reading recently that said that Michael Cohen would be indicted within 2 weeks, and it was like the next day or two this happened. But it's not about that. But what it's about is that this reading, that I guess I should put it on YouTube, described this action. Okay, and I remember, guys, there were so many readings. I remember which one it was. There was one reading where I saw that at the end of the summer, I think I did this reading at the beginning of the summer, but at the end of the summer, I remember that it showed that it was right before school, kids go back to school, and it's quiet in Washington, relatively quiet. That's when they go down on the people. So I wanted to confirm, is this true? Is this still true that they're going to go down? Because I've done the reading on Trump now, which is now confirms that he goes down in September. So first, guys, I decided to do cards, because as you know, this is kind of like intense. So I ended up doing 2 spreads. The first one is about whether it's going to happen. They really are going to go down by the end of August. Okay, so yes, okay, so I'll show you, and then I'll do the division. Because there's a kind, usually it's funny. Usually normally I do the opposite, but let's just do it this way, and then I'll do the vision and see. Okay, because sometimes visions can be a bit they're not scattered, but it's very broad, and this is the kind of thing that has to be very clear. Okay, you can't. It's not that. Yeah, it's very, especially timeline. It's very specific. So let me organize. I'm just a little bit messy, but it's okay. So I'm just gonna organize. Okay, I don't have the greatest table. Is a bit small. Anyway, so guys, let's start here. Let's start with levels of importance. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see how I do this first. Okay, so this card came up. This is a man. Since it's several people, I pull out another card and it's false person. So shows that they cannot be trusted. Really? No way. Okay, so okay, guys. So first, it's obviously expands, but let's just start here. Okay, so we have the devil, which means lies. Okay, essentially lies and bullshit. Okay, or right? And then we have the ship, something foreign, and then we have literato. Literato means is a lawyer, okay, or something, could be something legal. That's how I think about it. Okay, literato means educated. But I think, okay, now this is interesting. This is impedimento, right? And now, what is interesting is that upside down, it means it's an obstacle that you can't overcome, okay? So when we look at this, we see that there's legal issues related to the Russia stuff, and that the laws will create obstacles, okay, that can't be overcome because they're lies related to, because of all the lies they've essentially created as a result or in connection with the Russia stuff. Okay, and then here, so I just start like this. Okay, so the lies and all the bullshit and the smoke and mirrors. Okay, now this card upside down, hangman, I see it as entanglements. So all of them are entangled in the lying, and it's like I see the Ace of Wands is a burst of energy. It's almost like it combusts. Eventually it catches fire and they can't kind of escape. You know, it's funny, I remember I used this image of fire, of them being burned by somewhere else, but it's similar. So this is the false people. There's meetings that happened a long time ago. It's almost as if Mueller knows that they've connected with the Russians a while back to connect to. Oh, really? I had no idea. No way. I don't think so. Right? So we know that they are capable of doing something like this. So we have, like I said here, let's just organize it so that it fits here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. And then we have, okay, so let's see here. Now, okay, now here it's very important, okay, because the key is, I think it's almost the most important card in Lenormand. That means something important, the answer to solution. So the foreign, something important to the Russian investigation, look, the scythe cuts them. So something important, the Russia stuff is really what's going to cut them. And I think it will. Look, the scythe in this case does appear to indicate that. Now, okay, why? And so now we have the other supporting cards. So I have the impediment below. Okay, then we have the trappola, which has come before, right? This is a scam, illusion. It's also the prison card. So they are trapped. Some of them even go to prison. Very nice. Negative surprise. Another, surprises. Uh-oh, negative. Okay, and then we have here something legal, I think, or a lawyer. Guys, it could also, somehow could also be related to I don't know that everything is about my poem, but it's just something legal here. I don't think. Okay, now this is another very important card here. This is the quid pro quo, the gifts. I have a sense, guys, that Mueller caught these people by money. Money is how they get it at first, and then they go deeper. Now, alegria, right? There's joy. Everybody's happy when this comes out. Now, I just wanted to point out to you guys here that if you read it this way, the law catches them receiving the gifts, and they were happy to receive the gifts, and they needed it. If you think of campaign violations, they did this because they were happy to be getting all this money, okay? And then the money is the answer. The money is key here to them being jailed, to the scam in some ways, and also to them being in this obstacle that can't be overcome, related to something that is a trap that could be jail, and this is a negative surprise. So they were happy, right? Look, this is interesting, this image, guys. I'm going to show you because they're drinking wine. So if you think of it, if this image going forward, it's like, yeah, they were happy, they were drinking, and then they were too drunk to realize what the consequences would be, and they come, because the scythe brings negative surprises. Okay, so it's a yes, guys. Okay, you understand? Like it's so yes, that if the question is, will they be indicted by the end of September? The answer is yes, because all this stuff about Russian money comes out, and it comes out of nowhere, and they're trapped in the lying, but ultimately, it gets to a point where they can't escape it. Okay. Now I'm going to do I'm going to bring over here the other cards, because then when I saw this, I was like, okay, so Why? Okay, so then the question becomes why Mueller has decided to do it now. I mean, I think I know the answer, but then that's the next set of cards. Okay, so why has Mueller decided to do this now? Okay, okay. So if that, like I said, if that question was about this, okay, so let's lower this. So why Mueller decided? Okay, so here we have opportunity, older man, corruption. Okay, now this is also the hacking card, guys. So before I show you the cards, I'll tell you what essentially what it said, that Mueller is worried that Putin already has a deal to go through with the election, to attack the election, and there's money involved, and he wants to stop the money flow into the election before it happened, right before it started, and he senses that he wants to create more chaos. So if he lets it go further, it's going to create more and more chaos. Okay, so that's the guys like this. Okay, so opportunity, older man. So this dotard chooses an opportunity to the good option. No, really? You're so honest. Okay, now this is important here, guys. The emperor upside down. I see it as Putin. Okay, I always see this as Putin because we see their religion, the Orthodox thing also has this. So shady emperor. Okay, so that would be Putin, and moving forward, he's attacking. So he's on the forward move. And here, imbalance. This is literally a card of imbalance. So he's creating, the shady emperor is going forward with the attacks, and he's taking advantage, again, this card of opportunity here, taking advantage of the imbalance, like the sort of chaos situation. That's what he wants. That's what, and that's what he got to an extent. Okay. Then we have, let's see here below. Okay. This was the first part. Okay, so this is interesting. Inconstanza, that's a card of depression. It's also a card of instability. So this one goes really well with temperance upside down, right? So opportunity, the instability is a perfect opportunity for Putin, okay? And then we have here, that's right, exposure of enemy, right? The enemy upside down. And who's the enemy? Lilies, right? Lilies, that's dotard. So instability of the instability, exposure of the enemy, and visits. Now, visits is interesting. Is somebody unexpected? Okay, he's going to show up. So it shows that the instability within this moment of instability, the enemy could show up. And the visit is right below the hacking card. So, oh hi, how's it going? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this is strategy. Okay, so the strategy, look, strategy is to create an opportunity for instability, right? Then we have another very important card, cash. Okay, strategy, cash on dotard. The cash on dotard comes from the enemy. So strategy goes to finances. Now this is very interesting. This is facade. This is the pretty facade. Okay. So there's the facade. It's almost like because we don't know what's going on, right? Trump keeps saying, "Oh, nothing's happening. There's no hacking. No, don't worry about it. We're taking care of it," right? But underneath it, there's the hacking, and he knows that the hackers are there and that corruption is. Then they're going to visit, right? So the rats are visiting underneath the surface. Okay, so he knows there's money. Trump's money comes from the enemy. Trump is an enemy. Beneath the surface, there's hacking and corruption, and that the instability is the strategy put forth by Putin to attack, right, and use instability. And then we have here expectation. So he knows that Trump, the child, has made a deal to make this happen. So this is why, guys. Okay, this is why he's attacking now. So that he knows that the instability and the chaos, and this is also Trump's job, right, to create the facade that nothing's happening, and he's not going to do anything because money is flowing to him, Trump, right? So again, the idea here that, let's see if you can see all of it. Yes, that he knows something's happening because Trump has done a deal with Putin here. Okay, so to create instability. okay, and instability would help the corruption, both, I think in this case, the data, okay, and hacking, and money's flowing, okay? So the strategy is to create the facade. So this is why. So this is why Mueller. To say so tech. Mueller is not smart. No, you are. You're very smart, no? Putin is on Twitter. So very interesting. So anyway, so this is what it shows. Okay, so that it will happen. Now I'm gonna do vision. Now after we are clear here why Mueller is acting, so let me see. Our republic is going to fall before September 1st, before Labor Day. Okay, by the end of August. So tell me, will the Republicans fall by then? Okay, guys, so I feel like I saw a similar image earlier today or another day, very recently. It's like a curve, is that curvature? A belt, curvature belt, like a factory belt. So it's like they're small and they're kind of like, they're running and then it falls. So it's like falls, they go into the trash. Trash. So that's them falling, okay? So that's, and it showed that it's finances, okay, how they got them, and that it showed me also the guy Duncan something. The reason why they were so scared is because that was campaign finance violation. So it's almost as if they got these people that may not have been as into the whole thing. They're gonna get them through money, and that's it. It's gonna, and it also showed the NRA and how the NRA funneled money into anybody who took NRA money. Oh my God! Think about this, guys. I just realized what I said. Think about how many Republicans got NRA money and how that NRA money came from. Think about it. Okay? Think about how the money was said to have come from the NRA, but in reality it's showing it didn't. They knew that the money was directly from Russia. The NRA was just the LLC. This is why I've said it before. Okay, so it was very good, very good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Guys, and I've seen before Wayne de Lapierre being indicted. Now I wonder if because I'm kind of sensing here that he may have they may have made him flip and talk about the deal, that they knew that they were getting Russian money. Okay, is Wayne de Lapierre? Guys, I kind of feel like yes. Okay. After they caught Maria Butina, I think he was already, because I see him, guys, in kind of like a basement as if he was already in custody. He has to talk. And I don't know, we haven't heard anything about this guy. Where is he? You know what I mean? Disappeared. Why? Okay, so I feel like, I don't know if he can be hidden, but I feel like there's something where he tells Mueller their deal, that they knew that this was Russian money. I think there's more evidence, but this is why. Okay, so the first thing is going to be about the money. Okay, so that's that. Now, why? Okay, let me ask again the same question that I asked in the cards. Why has Mueller decided to act now, as opposed to, by the end of August, to get the indictment out by the end of August with all the Republicans? Why? Wow, guys. So, whoa. So what it showed, it's kind of scary. Oh, a little scared. No, it's okay. What it showed was that, it's funny. I see them looking at a map. Like imagine one of those kind of actually like a table map. They used to be in like sci-fi movies or something from the 60s. They used to have those blinking. So Mueller is looking at these maps, and there's little like red blinking lights about the local elections. And they can sense, not just the hacking activity, they are saying they have undercover officers, FBI officers, all right? Agents, FBI agents, in every local election thing. And also, they are tracking not just the databases, but something about how any changes in the voter, they're tracking all of this. And they know that it's going on already. Okay, A. B, they know that they have to act because it's already in motion. They know that their plan is in motion already, as is. Okay, so this is why, guys. Okay, so it's like, oh, I see. Okay. Now I understand it a little better. They're saying that let's say if they wait, because the other alternative would be to wait until the elections are over. But the problem is, if they wait until the elections are over, then all of this, there will be hundreds of, like, they have to recall, you know what I mean? It would be really chaotic, much more chaotic. So it's much better to act now before the actual elections happen than it is to catch them even more in the act, because the chaos that would ensue, with not knowing who win, it's much better to save. It's almost like it's saying cutting at the root as opposed to letting the tree grow, okay? Because imagine if Mueller lets it all happen. He's watching all of these crimes going on at once. And imagine if all these like hundreds of elections have to be recalled or whatever you call it, recounted or not, you know what I mean? Everything happens at once. They can't let it happen then. It's going to create even more chaos. It's going to let them. And it showed in the cards that he knows that, the other thing they were catching, if I forget, they were watching, all these people are under surveillance, okay? They know that they're talking about this, like the local, that I've said before, guys, remember that I've done several readings on local elections and how these people are going to go down. It's showing that all these local elections are being monitored already. And the phone calls and all those things, signals that they are this stuff is in motion, okay? So this is why. They feel like they'd rather do it now and have a little bit of time to organize the elections and make them, even in a kind of a emergency situation, make them okay, than let everything happen and then have to like undo and then redo. You know what I mean? Without like imagine that if something happens to the president, like, you know what I mean? How Trump is capable of anything. So this is why, guys, prevent early, and they already have evidence anyway. So. Looks very good. Oh yeah. Oh. So this is why. Can you believe, guys? Crazy. We have a week, pretty much. Oh yeah. Wow. So I kind of feel like they want. Okay, so first, is there anything you want to say to us, like how to deal with it, what to expect? They give you the image of a dominoes falling. Okay, this is going to be quick. 7 days, 3 days. 7 days, 3 days. Okay, so what day is today? Today is it? Oh, okay. 7 days, 3 days. So I have a feeling, guys, so August 22nd, in 7 days that will be August 29th, but then over the space of the 29th, 30th, 31st, right? So within 7 days, 3 days of action, who knows? It sounds crazy, right, guys? Who knows? Who knows? It's because it's a lot. It's a lot to happen. Okay, so, oh. So, guys, pretty much, I just wanted to confirm here. I'm not gonna have time to read on every single Republican, obviously, and ask if they are gonna go down or whatever. But essentially, if anybody has issues involved in the shady criminal activity, I think I'm a Rose investigator. I see that Mueller is very smart. He's going to do it now. So wait. Say goodbye to Curry children, to wife. May spend time somewhere else. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So So this is why, guys. So this is why the Republicans are not, they're not saying anything, obviously, because they know what it means about Trump. But they're also, I feel like I haven't done a reading on the guy Duncan, but I think they know if it happens to that guy who's in some ways relatively minor, right, in comparison to what they've done. I'm not saying that it's not legal what he did, but he spent the campaign money. Is that right? Yeah, on his own stuff, right? If he went down, what's gonna stop these guys from going down? I don't know. So that's that. Okay. All right. Bye.